Everyone, welcome back. My name is Truemark, and I am the Halo Enthusiast. Okay, so this video I've been waiting for quite a long time, and I've been especially excited to do these kind of videos because today I'm going to show you how to farm Warzone Firefight for Req points. Now, in this video, I'm going to be playing on Heroic, but in later videos I'll be upping the difficulty so you can see what you need at harder levels. So the idea behind these videos is a way in which, in my opinion, can help players to get Req points easily without spending too much conserving Reqs, so you don't have to spend your collection and can save the good stuff for regular Warzone if that's your thing, or to save decent Reqs for harder firefight modes. Now, I personally prefer to play normal Warzone, but I've spent more time playing Firefight because it makes more economical sense. When you play regular Warzone, if you want to do well, you have to burn through quite high value Req cards sometimes. In fact, I wouldn't recommend you jumping into regular Warzone without some, especially now the game's gotten a lot older and many players have unlocked all the weapons in the game. If they're anything like me, then they would have stockpiled some seriously good stuff to use, so before jumping in I would seriously recommend you stock up on some of your own Reqs and level up before trying regular Warzone. Now, I'm not going to be covering in this video about whether the Req system is pay to win. I will cover that in later videos, but for now I want to say that I personally don't think Warzone Firefight is pay to win. I want to show you that you can play this mode, have fun, and spend very little in the way of Reqs to not just win, but to actually be at the top of the leaderboard. So for this video, Heroic Firefight, I will only be using common loadout weapons, and I try to not use any power weapons where I can. But where I have to use them, I will only be using common level Reqs. So these Reqs are actually very easy to unlock in the game. You buy them via bronze packs, and you can stockpile these Reqs very easily. I would actually personally recommend them as, believe it or not, they are some of the best Reqs in the game. The reason for this is because they are cheap and disposable, meaning if you die with one, they are easy to replace and buy back. They are essential in the early stages of any Warzone game and are not easy to get when you're buying gold or silver packs. So never feel bad about buying and having these items because they will eventually help your end game, so while supporting your play all the way through. So I also think it's a testament as well to how well the balance of the weapons are. Maybe not in its current state with the recent update, but in terms of the core, most of the core weapons, the way that they're balanced, I think it's a testament to show that the game was very well done at the beginning, because they are still relevant and they are still useful. So anyway, let's see how we get on with my playing, and I'll just give you a little bit of a commentary as what I'm doing and why I'm doing it, as where I am. So we'll jump into that. Okay, so at the moment I'm rocking a BR and a pistol loadout. So the BR is the classic sight, and the classic sight, obviously it's common, because I said I wasn't going to be using anything other than the common loadouts. But the reason I've gone with the classic sight is because when you zoom in you can see all around you. I wouldn't maybe go with the stock one because it cuts off a bit of the screen, so you get a bit more view that way, so you can react a bit better to things that are coming in front of you. So that's kind of what I rolled with that. I'm not really a big fan of how it looks, to be honest. I think the sight doesn't look that great at the top, aesthetically, but then let's not get into that because it doesn't really matter. It's how it performs, which is just like a regular BR. I mean, a BR is a BR, isn't it? And that's good. So switching to the pistol here, just getting a few headshots. Or the pistol now, I mean, I know we were talking about the overtime update the other day, but because the pistol is so good, you'd be silly not to run with it, and it's so good just to pull it out and to use it in those sticky situations where you need to. The BR has obviously become a little bit less reliable these days, but it's still pretty good at long range. So you just kind of fire off a few shots, get a few hits, and then switch to the pistol. And for this bit, you don't need to spend any Reqs, especially on Heroic. because you can pop shields pretty easy with the loadout guns themselves. Just keep your distance, don't try and get too close and be a hero. Hopefully other players, if they're picking, if they're deciding to spend their Reqs, you can just come in, mop up some kills or assist when you need to. So that's pretty good there. So now we're just running around trying to find soldiers to kill. And I find that actually they're localized mainly in one group, but it can glitch out sometimes where they've got like one soldier hiding somewhere that you can't find them, and the rest of them won't spawn until you get that one. So I'm just running around trying to see if there's any stragglers that have gone anywhere else. And blimmin' hell, does it take very long if you're sprinting, even with sprint. I mean, I know there's a whole sprint discussion thread on Waypoint, but it still takes ages to get anywhere. Okay, here we go. So yep, some more soldiers popping away, and as you can see, it's not too hard, it's just, you just got to watch your radar, keep your eyes about you, and just get some solid shots on. This person with a ghost not doing much. Maybe they're AFK, having a little sandwich or something, I don't know. There we go. Right, oh, he's wet now. Okay, fair enough. I have a nasty habit of trying to check the leaderboard all the time, no matter what I'm doing, and I really need to get out of it because I keep on just pressing that button all the time. Sometimes it gets me killed. So that's a little tip for you there as well. Don't check the leaderboard all the time. But do check it, because sometimes it's nice to know where you are and whether you need to step up your game. But yeah, okay, so finishing off the last few kills now. Ooh, that guy took out a railgun. Yeah, just running around trying to find the last ones. So yep, so that's done. So there we go. So again, just using a battle rifle and a pistol, and let's see where we are. Okay, so still top of the leaderboard, still top, so that's great. So not pulled out any Reqs so far, and we're still doing really, really good. So okay, now I'm looking to see what. Okay, so I'm choosing now the BR, which has the extended clip, and I'm just looking at the different types of model. I've got the healing one on, which makes you recharge shields faster. So that unlocks at level 4, I think. And obviously it's going to keep you alive a bit better. But this battle rifle is a common level Req, and I would say that this battle rifle is probably the best base battle rifle in the game, because you have so much more ammo. It makes it so much easier. You don't have to keep on running to Req stations to get ammo. You've just got tons when you spawn with it, and then when you go back to Req stations and get more ammo, it's great. So okay, so what I'm doing here is I'm not attacking the Grunt Goblin head on, because I know with loadout weapons it's just a fool errand. So I'm going around the side to take on these hunters. Now hunters they are very, very tough, but on their head they've got this little weak spot that if you hit right, you can get a precision damage hit. So I'm just there. Oh, that guy got totaled. So I'm just here, just trying to just annoying that guy there, but I'm just trying to take on the hunters, trying to take the flak off my teammates and maybe get a few pot shots in, and I can get an assist on that. So I'm just shooting away, just trying to plug away, and now matey's coming after me, so I'm like public enemy number 1 at the moment. So I'm just backing off, because you don't want to be attacking that guy with just normal loadout weapons. I mean, what I like to do is I like to get plasma weapons sometimes with that guy and just shoot the Grunt Goblin in his little shield area. When his shield area goes down, you can pop him in the head, but because I'm trying to not use any Reqs at the moment, I'm just running with the loadout. So I'm just trying to clear up all of the additional enemies, because clearing up additional enemies, believe it or not, it ranks you really, really fast. You get to high Req level if you want to pull out high Reqs, but also as well it gets you a ton of points, and it really puts you on the leaderboard by killing loads of enemies. So it's just a matter of ploughing on through and supporting teammates, really, just because when everyone's trying to take on the boss, it seems like everyone just jumps on the boss and tries to take him out. But if you're there supporting teammates, then they're not going to get hindered by all of the other enemies. that will just kill them while they're trying to deal with the boss. So it's a really good idea just to support. Now that all the enemies have started to be killed, we're working on them pretty hard, but it's clear that my loadout weapons aren't really going to cut it. So now I'm going to move and try and get a different kind of loadout weapon. I've got a special one in mind, so an AR with the kinetic bolts, which is common again, which is really good because it's good against vehicles and it actually does quite a lot of damage to these types of enemies. So I'm just throwing some splinter grenades, plugging away, and we get the kill. Now, I didn't really think I did that much damage, but because of the weapons that I was using, because of the weapons that I was using, I was able to get enough damage on him to be able to get that last boss kill. So that's going to help me to stay on top of the leaderboard. So I don't know where we are on the leaderboard at the moment. I'm not checking it. So, but I do think I am at the top of it. So that's good. It's showing you. So I've not used anything else other than the loadout weapons so far for round 3, I think that is. So now we're on round 4. And I'm being caught short here. I'm just shooting my way through these enemies trying to get into the base because I know that if I stay out too long I'm going to get annihilated. So what we need to do is just clear some of these enemies first. Just take them out. There we go. One down. Okay, so cleared those out, so I don't want them coming up behind me. There's another one. Just clearing that. Okay, good. Okay, so what we'll do now is we've got to take on these banshees. Now, I don't think the loadout weapons are going to cut it, but we'll give it a go first. We're just going to have a little try to see whether we can shoot here just to get some damage. Looks like it's taken a while here. That one's really low. Maybe I think somebody might have shot it with a laser. So I'm getting heavy fire from those hunters as well from the other side. So it's not going particularly well with the loadout weapons. I'm going to need something a bit more heavy duty. So here we go. Just trying to get as much damage as I can, without spending too much, but it's just not cutting it. So what I'm going to pull is I'm going to pull out a chain gun turret, so a common chain gun turret, and these are really useful against flying targets, so especially against these banshees. But I mean, it could be possible that I'm going to get killed here, but my teammates look like it's distracted, with them, so that's good. So I'm just firing away, pumping on the trigger. Ooh, looks like someone's got a Shidna on there, so that's really good. So yeah, let's pump it away, pumping away. You see the amount of damage I'm doing with that, and it's only a common level Req, and we bagged the kill, so that's great. Now we're just pushing on, just mowing through enemies. Might as well use up the last of the ammo while we push on to the the 2 elites. So I'm not too bothered about trying to kill the elites at the moment. I'm more bothered about staying alive and just trying to mop up enemies and distract these hunters, because the hunters, they will rip your teammates apart in a matter of seconds if they're not paying attention. So I'd rather them be distracted with me, being hard to kill, than me going for the bosses and possibly getting killed with by overstretching. So here we go. Just pacing the shots there with the battle rifle for the elite. Hunters are trying to take me on. Not too good. Okay, so we missed that kill, but that's okay. We missed it just by a little bit, but that's fine, because it looks like we are still at the top, which is good. So okay, so what we're going to do now is push forward, get into the front or to the back or wherever it is what you would call it. But we're just passing through the Req station, just picking up some more ammo. But we're just pushing on to the Covenant. Okay, going up these stairs. Trying to get a better vantage point, trying to get on top to see what's going on. So it looks like we got 2 ghosts and a couple of elites to kill, but we've got a whole bunch of enemies coming out the front there, so we're just ploughing through those, just getting some headshots, just trying to support teammates. So just trying to rain fire out down from the top, just getting as many as we can. Looks like we're getting some attention. Yeah, getting a bit more closer. Going in for the kill now. So I see somebody else is trying to kill him. We're going in for some support. So yep, just hitting him with the assault rifle. A couple of BR shots, and he's down. Down for the count. Now we've got some more in front of us. Just getting a few more headshots. Plowing away. Okay, so that's looking good. Okay, so now we've got these ghosts here. Using my kinetic bolt assault rifle because it actually does quite a lot of damage to them, and I'm able to get the kill on the assist, so that I don't lose out on those points. So we've got somebody with a mantis. Great, that's all going good. So somebody's trying to hit me. Who's trying to hit me? Big grunts. Right, okay, it's back on it. Here we go, going in for the kill, and kinetic bolts, reloading, gotta reload, and just a few more shots from death with the battle rifle here, just going in for the long range, and boom, yeah, well, there we go. So we've got that kill in the bag, and now we're just mopping up the rest of them before we get the real end bosses. So just clearing all those up, getting as many points as we can. Okay, so now we're going to tackle the hunters. Now I need to go back for some more ammo because I'm running really low, so I better do that soon. Just going to fire off a few more shots to see whether we can get a few more kills. Okay, but yeah, really running out. I need to go back now. So I'm now legging it back to the Reqs station. It's taking a nice sweet time. Okay, so excuse me. Okay, so at this point in time, I'm really tempted to pull out a power weapon. I'm thinking, you know, I really need something to take on these hunters. But the thing is, there's already somebody down there with a mantis, and you know, I've got to be honest, the BR and the assault rifle may be enough to be able to get these guys. Because if I pop them in the head, get those headshots. Like I was discussing earlier, you can get it on these ones too, so it's just a matter of plugging away and trying to get those kills and assisting. So it looks like I am actually able to do that. So there we go. So we've got one of those in the bag, and going for the other one again, full frontal assault, just trying to peek in and out, using the cover cleverly so that I don't get hit, and now just going in all out. So hoping my teammates are going to support me there. So there we go. So we got the next kill as well. So we're moving on now, and the trick to this is to move in behind the hunters. So you know, what we need to do is just push round, take out all the enemies that are there. So we got a few jackals there that need to be sorted out, which we're going to sort out. And then we just push on to the front there. So they look like they've got quite good health, those hunters, but I'm hoping that if we can get behind them, we can cause some major damage, and it's just about trying to maneuver so that we can do that. Here we go. So we're just sticking them there, trying to do the full frontal. Looks like we need to get in behind. So somebody's got a Hannibal tank out. Nice. So yeah, so we're just trying to chip away, trying not to die, just trying to get in there and be there for the kill when it happens. Okay, so that's done. That is done, and we've killed all the bosses. Maybe not all the bosses, but we did quite a good quite a good kills there. So yeah, in the Carnage report, we're going to see how well we've done. And it looks like to me that we have actually done pretty well. So okay, so I hope you can see how you can play Warzone Firefight without actually having to spend a great deal of your Reqs to be able to get to the top of the board and actually not die either. All you need to do is just be in the right place at the right time with the right loadout weapons. I mean, I know I did pull out one power weapon, the chain gun for the Banshees, but the thing is that you know, sometimes you need to do that. But on the whole, you know, when you go to spend those points, I think we've got 2,000 points in that game for roughly about 20 minutes of playing, but we didn't use any Reqs, hardly any Reqs at all. So what I'm saying is that when you go to buy your Reqs and you buy the packs with your points, you'll be gaining Reqs rather than losing Reqs. So you're actually going to be working towards the progression and unlocking everything that you've got in the game, without actually having to spend most of your collection, which is really great, because when you go to play normal Warzone, you're going to have stuff that you can use. So I hope you've enjoyed this video. I'm just going to show you the post carnage report, just showing you how many kills that we've got. So we had 95 kills, is that? So yeah, so 95 kills, 33 assists and 59 headshots, which is the highest kills and headshots in the game. Maybe not the most highest assists, but on par with the highest person who had assists. Yeah, so we didn't die once. We had quite a few boss takedowns, and we had pretty good accuracy and good KDA. So what my point is that you don't necessarily, it's not necessarily have to be pay to win on Warzone Firefight. What you do is, as long as you know the game, you know where the enemies will spawn, you take time learning that, then you're able to play the game well and be able to get the Req points that you want and that you need, and you can have a great time while doing it. So I hope that you found this useful. But anyway, so that's enough from me, and just so jump on Halo and get going. So thank you very much for watching. I will be covering harder firefight methods and modes later on, so that you can see how I would tackle those. But that's it for me right now. So thank you for watching, and just stay awesome. So just remember, take it easy, be good to each other, and play Halo. This is the Halo Enthusiast, signing off and wishing you well in all things Halo.